Marlon, with Luis Diaz now back in the group, Molino fully fit, probably had his best game so far for you guys last game. Does that, having the full kind of group of attackers, you just need Jossie back now, does that kind of give a little, I don't know, shot in the arm for this group going forward offensively?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're starting to get, guys back into the squad. Still got a few guys that's coming back from injury that can also lift the group when they get back. But, it's good to be able to, get everybody back so we can build off that, get into the rhythm for the second half of the season. And like you said, Molino, he had a really good game last game. And that's something that crew fans could look forward to, the rest of the year from him. He's a guy that's capable of playing in any of the attacking positions, and he gives us an extra lift. And also, like you said, with Lucho coming back, he's very dynamic and able to give us more impact going forward. Stretching defenses and playing in behind. So we're able to play guys in the pockets and be able to keep the ball, but also be able to have guys to stretch the back line and cause threats that way.
With that, what's your process been like, Marlon, of adjusting back into being in the midfield? When you're not on the pitch, are you watching games? How have you honed in your craft? Because it looks like this is your position. I mentioned it the other week on the broadcast. If you didn't know you were in a holding mid, you would have never guessed that. It just seems so natural to you. So what's your process like?
Yeah, I mean, playing other positions on the wing and at fullback, I kind of tried to watch, guys in those positions that I would try to emulate my game after. But like you said, now I'm being back in the midfield, trying to, watch guys, whether it's Shavy or, guys that, had great careers in that position and, guys that I could try to, watch. But also guys that were also a little bit more athletic also, that's kind of one of the biggest assets to my game. Just trying to use my quickness to get around, whether it's trying to like poke balls away or, get into guys, tackle them a little bit. So, I enjoy that side of the game also. So, yeah, definitely watching a lot of video at home. But, just trying to continue to put in, time on the training pitch, continue to get better at, little turns and, passing ability. So, it's still things that I can continue to improve upon, but, I'm enjoying it right now. Like I said, I'm enjoying playing the midfield.
Can you talk a little bit about the mentality in the locker room, given last week was such a grind and now you're about at the halfway point of this season? Is there fatigue? Are you guys feeling energy given the success you've had lately?
Yeah, I mean, I think we feel like how all the teams feel right now in the league. We're not able to use, fatigue as an excuse. A lot of teams are having the same 3 games in 8 days, types of schedules that we're going through. So we're not trying to let that be an excuse for us. We know that we have, another tough stretch coming up, but we're taking it one game at a time. And with the Eastern Conference being so tight how it is, we know that, any result can, either, take us higher up the table or, could cause us, to drop a little bit. So we want to try to stay at the top of the table, and we know it's going to be a tough game this weekend against New York. But we stay together like we did against Atlanta in a tough environment. We hope to come back with a win and coming back hopefully with 3 points to return here at home would be a good boost for us.
You mentioned. Who are some of those guys that you did watch, and what are some of the things that you did take from them, specifically in midfield, and then how you're kind of applying that, now?
I would say, I'm a big Manchester United fan, so I've been watching, Pogba for years. Even though I hadn't been playing this position for a while recently, but since I've been a United fan and, being converted back into a midfielder, he's a guy that I've been watching a lot lately. His athleticism, obviously, he's a lot bigger and legs are a lot longer than I am, but still, you can see some games that he's able to dominate physically just because his athleticism and getting around the pitch and, guys like that. But also just trying to use, things that have gotten me to this point, myself. I don't want to get away from that. And like I said, I have a guy, one of the best guys in the league beside me. So, I don't have to look too far for other players to try to, hone my skills off of. So just trying to continue what I do best, and, we'll see where it takes me, for the rest of the season.